and thank you for joining us for this press conference. We are going to preview our big clash against Cape Town City, taking place tomorrow at FNB Stadium. Kickoff is at 7:30, and tickets are already flying off the shelf at $60 at Ticket Pro, and outlets that include Spa as well as Sasol. Today is not ordinary day that we have a media briefing. We are here as well to announce to you and members of the public that Kaizer Chiefs, the football club, South Africa's premier football club, is proud to announce its bold venture into the culinary world with the debut of its first ever snack range. If you see and watch on the sides, you will see wonderful stuff that we're launching as trendsetters. You can see the tomato flavors there. You can see the grilled steak as well as the salt and vinegar of Kaizer Chiefs chips. Thank you very much, members of the media. And with this bold move, we ask you just to clap your hands as a marking of this exciting venture into the culinary world. And members of the media, you will not be left empty-handed when you leave here. You'll have a snack to take home, and we are encouraging you to pass the message to the supporters that this is part of the football world. You cannot watch TV without snacking. You cannot watch the match at the stadium without snacking. So this is what we're all about as Kaizer Chiefs, all round. And you'll see they come in different packages. Did you see that? If you check there is a smaller Nyana package. If you check at the bottom, big package, 36 gram and 120 gram, and they will be selling all over at retail stores. How much? Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful price of the small packet, you get it at $7.99. This is Zulu side. The big packet, the 120 gram, you get it at $19.99 at retail stores. Kaizer Chiefs village store at the stadium and retail stores all over the country. Now, we're getting to the press conference. Joined together with other player that will be joining us now, and the coach is Ranga Chivaviro. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. You don't have to have the chips yet. You'll have them after winning. Please take us through what is going on in the camp after you had a wonderful win in your last match.
Good afternoon, members of the media. To take you guys through as to what's happening in the camp, I think we're very confident. Coming from a 2-1 win against Kukune, and everyone saw how we bounced back and managed to win the game. But yeah, we're very fired up and we're ready for tomorrow's clash against Cape Town City, and we want to make it 2 wins on the bounce.
Before we ask members of the media to ask you questions, let us talk about you as Ranga. How have you been, and seeing you coming in at a later stage after the league has started, and we've seen glimpses of the Ranga that we know in the past game. Tell us about your condition and how are you at this stage?
No, I'm all right. Obviously, I started slow because I got stalled by a bit of injuries there and there, and I'm back now. I'm fully fit, and I'm just trying to work my way back into the team and add value to the big machine Kaizer Chiefs is. I always strive to always add value because there's so much quality and value in this club. And yeah, I'm happy that I'm back and I've joined the guys.
Thank you very much. Before we ask members of the media, we're going to ask you to align your seat. We know you're a tall guy. We want you to sit upright so that you can have your full audio.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Still get closer to the mic. We give this opportunity to members of the media. Please, your name of your publication as well as the question. going. We've got Temba, go for it.
Temba Shabalala, Joseph from Sports. Ranga, just to continue to what Ravi was saying. You know, myself personally, pardon my ignorance, you've seldom been mistaken for a foreign national with your name and surname. Can you please give us that background about yourself, and just to follow up to that, how has it been for you to get into Kaizer Chiefs and finding this, you call it a big, venue to be at? Just take us through your induction and everything.
Yeah, my name is Ranga Chivaviro from Limpopo, born and bred in Limpopo, Kakapani. And I think the reason why obviously everyone mistakenly, mistakes me for a foreigner is because my dad is Zimbabwean. So I've got my dad and my dad's surname, and name as well. So I think obviously it confuses a lot of people, but I'm 100% South African. And back to the question of me gelling into Kaizer Chiefs, it's not easy, because there's so much quality. You need to prove yourself. You need to, be 100% every day. And like I said before, I had a bit of a setback when I arrived. I got an injury, but like I said, that's a thing of the past, and I'm 100% fit, and I'm hoping that I add value going forward.
Thank you. Raul, let's go for it.
Okay, Joe is from Far Post. Ranga, obviously being a striker, you feed off the way a team plays. I mean, at Marumo, they play a different style. When you look at the way Kaizer Chiefs plays, what are your thoughts about it? Do you feel you fit in very well into how the team plays? Does it suit you?
I think with the plans that the coaches, the technical staff have, as a player you need to adapt. Not everything is going to be comfortable. Not everything is going to be the way you want it to be. Coming at an institute like this, you need to adapt to the ways that things are done here. And I think it's my responsibility to make sure that I fit in, and make sure that I give the coaches something to say that he can add value into whatever the plan is.
Garau from Supersport. Ranga, congratulations on your move. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you at the club. Just your thoughts on working with Mlifenzeki, because with the media is quite very much friendly and someone that you can talk to. But for you yourself as well as the other players, how is it working under Coach Mlifenzeki?
Just to get that one, the first time you?
I'm here.
Or the first time you were here? So about it.
Working with Coach Mlifenzeki, he's someone that you can talk to freely, openly. For me personally, I talk to him from time to time. And I think the guys also can attest to that. He's someone that, we can freely go to and speak to. It doesn't have to be football related. It can be personal matters. He's someone that gives you that opportunity to, come and speak to you. And he'll obviously give you the advice that you need, and it will be up to you whether you take it or not. But he's someone that, opens the door, and, if you want to speak to him, he gives you that platform.
Just roll, take it up, don't worry.
Ranga, obviously there's Saili playing the forward positions, Gonzalez, Ashley Dupree. Similar profiles with Gonzalez. Are you finding it a good competition since he's arrived?
Definitely. I think competition raises your game individually. Where there's competition, there's obviously going to be good results. And I'm just hoping that the competition in the team, not necessarily up front, but everywhere. I think at the end of the day, it's for the badge, and we want to make sure that the badge wins at the end of the day. I think that's the most important. But for competition, there's definitely competition, and it's very healthy competition.
Okay, and Ranga, the club brought in a sports psychologist, which is the first, I think, in South African football. Have you had a chance to engage with him? Are you benefiting from his services?
Yes, definitely. With his experience, the way he motivates us before games, during training sessions, he'd come and speak to us. He also gives us an open door policy of managing to speak to him directly. But him being around, I think it has, added value as well. There's a difference, and also we always look forward to, having those meetings with him. But I think the most important thing is the experience that he has. You know, he's worked with a lot of athletes, not necessarily in the football industry, in other sports as well, which just tells you about the caliber of the man. But I feel the value that he's adding is really visible.
We'll go that side and we'll come back to you, Karen.
Christian, have you set any personal targets?
Your name and name of your publication, please.
Chris from DStv Africa. Have you set any personal targets for yourself this season, or you just going to pace yourself?
Of course, I mean, as an individual, you need to set, personal targets, and you need to work hard as to making sure that you reach those targets or even surpass them. But yeah, for me personally, I have targets that I still am yet to reach, and I'm hoping that by the end of the season I would have reached.
How many goals?
I'll keep that to myself.
Thank you. We move over to the last two questions so that we get the next player to join us.
I think I just want to, a bit of a follow-up from his question in regards to sports psychologist.
Yeah.
How important is it, particularly for yourself, because you play for one of the biggest clubs on the African continent, the pressure of social media, mental health as well. I think we've seen it over the last couple of months with European players. But for you, what does it do for you, the other players as well?
At the psychological value of it really does help, because obviously playing for a club like Kaizer Chiefs, there's a lot of things that are happening externally, and I think Kaizer Chiefs as a family, internally, they always try to encourage, they always try to advise as to how we tackle things, on the social media, people outside. But with Dr. Henny, the way he does things for us, I think he's more closer to us than, he's not far, he's actually closer to us, and that helps a lot.
I've seen last hand. If there is none, there was a hand this side. Let's go this side first.
Sibongiseni from the Citizen. Ranga, there's a final playing this weekend, and obviously Kaizer Chiefs are not there because of the human error from the referee. And a lot of noise has been done going on about that. How are you as players and as a team taking it, knowing that the club has not won anything for 9 years, but then now we have the chance, but then the human error happened and you couldn't get there because of a mistake from someone else, not from your side?
To be honest, it's painful. It's painful. I think it's still painful even now. But the reality is we have to move on. Like you said, it's a human error and there's nothing we can do about it. If there was anything, we would go back and obviously rectify the mistake, but we cannot. So we just have to be professionals and move on. But the bottom line is it's painful, we hurt, and obviously we wanted, to give the supporters something back, the club as well, in winning, or a chance, to win a cup. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So we move on.
Last one.
Ranga, I think maybe 3 months now. Obviously, everybody knows the weight of expectation from fans, even pressure at stadium, is one of the things that creates difficulties for new players or even current players. But what is it as a whole coming into Chiefs, besides that has the ability to swallow players, like the two previous managers have said, like the shirt is heavy. So what is it about being here that makes it so difficult for players?
I think the biggest pressure to being here is there's no day off. You're expected to perform each and every chance you get to wear the jersey, not only from yourself, not from your teammates, but also from the supporters. So I think that's the difference between Kaizer Chiefs and obviously other teams, that every time you get a chance, you need to perform and you're expected to perform. So when you don't do that, obviously there's a lot of scrutiny that goes around. But I think that's the biggest pressure that we face as players, and yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Ranga, for joining us, and
Thank
all
you.
the best for the game tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Let's ask TT to join us, and in the meantime,